Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Thanks for being here with us. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Got some big news from The Intercept yesterday. New details emerging about the coronavirus research at the Chinese lab. Where, of course, this didn't come from the lab.
No.
I mean, come on. That's just silly. It's a conspiracy theory. It's racist. It's xenophobic to think it came from a Chinese lab. Newly released documents provide details of U.S.-funded research on several types of coronaviruses at the Wuhan Institute of Virology in China. The Intercept has obtained more than 900 pages of documents detailing the work of EcoHealth Alliance, to U.S.-based health organization that used federal money to fund bat coronavirus research at the Chinese laboratory. The trove of documents includes 2 previously unpublished grant proposals that were funded by the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, as well as project updates relating to EcoHealth Alliance's research, which has been scrutinized amid increased interest in the origins of the pandemic. Why would anybody be interested in the origins?
Right.
What are you interested in that for now, all of a sudden? Jeez.
What a mess. What a mess.
Documents were released in connection with the ongoing Freedom of Information Act litigation by The Intercept against the National Institutes of Health. The Intercept is making the documents, the full documents, available to the public. So what's clear here now is that these are gain-of-function experimentations, which Fauci vehemently denied in Congress, to Congress. It's clear that Anthony Fauci knew about it. It's clear that he lied right directly to Rand Paul and to Congress in general.
When's he going to be?
A lying sack of crap. When is he going to be?
In prison.
Yeah. For perjury? For perjuring himself?
And
I don't know.
So much more.
And so much more.
That guy. That's a very big deal, and this should not be swept under the rug.
Let's see him be indignant about this. Let's see if this is an attack on science itself again. Because that's what he's been saying lately. Is it an attack on him? Is an attack on science itself? You're a pretty important guy if you're science itself. That's what he thinks of himself.
Mm-hmm. But
he's a lying sack.
I have no idea where this is going to go. I know where, in a sane world, it would go.
Yeah, he would go to jail. He'd go to prison. He'd certainly be dismissed from his job, that's for sure. I would make a penny in retirement funds from the U.S. government. He'd have to be fired in disgrace and take away his pension.
They were funding this sick Frankenstein experiment that has devastated the planet, whether through the virus or the ensuing government lockdowns and mandates. This is a really big deal. And now that it's clear and you have the smoking gun, I want to see some action in Congress. This should be the top of the to-do list. And of course it will not be.
No, it won't. Maybe Rand Paul might make some noise. He seems to be about the only one that's pissed off about this. But they were definitely messing with bats. The bats that live, that hang out some 500 miles from the Wuhan lab. I mean, they're right in the neighborhood. And so I'm sure there's no way that this happened in the lab, though, because it's clearly from nature. It just sprang up out of nowhere. That happens, it just happens.
Yeah.
And we can't explain it. I don't know why. I don't know why it happened, but it just did.
Well, now, in hindsight, when you look back at Fauci's comments in January of 2017, predicting that Donald Trump was going to have to deal with a pandemic, wow. How do you see that one coming?
Yeah. What did you call it, a pandemic?
I'm sorry?
That's not what it is, apparently. Jen Psaki just kind of cleared that up the other day.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, here's what she called it.
To be wide-ranging, to cover a range of topics of mutual interest, everything from COVID-19 and our efforts to address the global plandemic.
Whoa.
The global plandemic. That I believe. I believe it was a plandemic.
She's using her outside or inside voice outside.
Yeah, she did. Huh. It's global plandemic.
She said it.
Oh.
Okay.
Huh. That's weird.
Huh. Can we hear just the last part of that again? Because that was clear as day. And she didn't even stop to go back to fix it, by the way. She kept rolling.
No.
COVID-19 and our efforts to address the global plandemic.
That just felt so natural to her that she didn't even notice she said it.
She didn't realize she was in front of the cameras.
Right.
You're not in your office.
Right. Yeah. She thought she was in the planning room where they planned the plandemic.
Yeah.
And oops, that spilled out. That happens sometimes. Every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Now, daily coronavirus cases are up over 300% compared to last Labor Day, despite, the prevalence of vaccines, according to data from Johns Hopkins. Daily infections more than 4 times what the U.S. was seeing on Labor Day last year, or a 316% increase.
Okay.
Don't worry about it, though. Hospitalizations. Because it's not supposed to, okay, yes, people are getting it, sure, who've been vaccinated, but it won't go to the hospital. Hospitalizations are up 158%. And daily coronavirus-related fatalities are almost twice as high. Jeez. Ay. So he's going to announce his big plan tomorrow.
Yeah, Joe Biden.
Biden announces the big plan to stop the Delta virus, I guess.
Yeah, what is it going to be, a 6-point plan or something? This is not, I am not looking forward to this.
He's even, I guess he's even written a song about it.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, how to stop about what he's been doing and what's going on here.
Okay.
Why this is all happening.
Oh, no.
That kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of weird. Never thought of Joe Biden as much of a singer, but... You remember back in time, having freedom was so sublime. Then COVID came along, an excuse to take control. We took what you gave us. 2 weeks goes in to 18 months and counting. Trying just to flatten the curve. Then I got the nerve. I see opportunity. I never realized how easy this would be. A mandate. Wear your mask and get vaxxed, 'cause I said so. Or I'll lock you away. A mandate. Wear your mask and get vaxxed, 'cause I said so. Or I'll lock you away, a mandate. That's pretty.
That was very good, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Wow.
Can I have my pudding now?
Yeah.
Pudding time?
You earned
I
your
get
pudding. I will say that when I heard
I have pudding.
I heard that music playing yesterday at random times.
I like pudding.
Uh-huh.
I like it a lot.
I did not predict mandate was coming.
No, you didn't.
That was good. No. Mm-hmm. See, a lot of times, I'll hear that song the day before, and I'll try to figure out, I wonder where he's going to go with this. I did not see.
You didn't see mandate coming?
Good.
Yeah. All right. Well, good.
That was awesome.
Oh, that's fun to surprise you from time to time.
Yeah. So that's pudding worthy.
That is pudding
for
worthy.
Sure.
All right.
For sure, pudding worthy.
Well, this inspires. I think we're in for something really special tomorrow. Then.
Yeah. Where are
really
we
special.
on the road to recovery, getting away from COVID and stuff? Like, where are we on the
we have
chart?
There we are. We're right there.
We're right there.
On the
right there.
On the symbol for eternity.
Like infinity deal. Yeah.
We're right there. On the top part, heading down into the... Yeah.
I love how Rob's got Joe Biden popping up all over the place now.
I did that. So great. I did that. Yeah, you sure did, Joe. You sure did. Good for you.
See, I thought we were more toward the left on that chart. But
Really?
I stand corrected because we're way over there now.
Yeah, we're clear on the right, heading down into, the symbol for an infinity could just be a sideways 8, figure 8 as well. But so if you're not watching this, that's kind of what it looks like.
Good stuff.
And it just keeps going. It just keeps going.
Isn't it fun?
Like it said in Joe's song, 2 weeks to flatten the curve turns into 18 months and counting. And so here we are, just on the eternal curve of the infinity symbol. 888-900-3393. And, of course, at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Pat had Cougar Blue, who I would take it as, that sounds like a Cougar fan. Huh?
BYU reference?
BYU,
Okay.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Has a friend in one of the Australian COVID camps.
Yeah.
Wow. And that friend sent this. She gets a few minutes to stand on her porch wearing a mask, no eating, no spitting, of course. Well, I mean, spitting would be nasty. Plus, it would infect everybody in the camp, right?
Really?
Just stand in the yellow lines. Camp activities, apparently. Quite enjoyable.
Yeah, I mean, you have designated times when you're allowed to step outside, and there's a whole bunch of rules there.
And they told us in the video we had yesterday from the guy who was there and took the quick video, the woman tried to pull her mask down to drink her tea, and immediately people showed up. So they're obviously, they got cameras everywhere and people everywhere. They said before she could pick up the tea and drink it, take one drink, they were there telling her to put her mask back on.
I mean, just madness. And again, they're putting some COVID positive patients in there, and they're putting in both domestic and international travelers who are trying to, cross state lines or enter the country. You get to spend 14 days there doing absolutely nothing.
It's frightening. I've never seen anything like what Australia is doing right now in a free country. Never seen anything like it.
It could be part of Joe Biden's plan that we hear about tomorrow for America. I wouldn't
be surprised at all. Would that surprise you one bit?
Nothing surprises me anymore, Pat.
No. It wouldn't surprise me at all if that's what he announced. Quarantine camps? Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Sure. No, it's for your safety. It's just for a little while. We're only doing this for a little while, just until we get this thing calmed down. It's for your safety.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
What was it? Was it 15 days to flatten the curve originally, right? Or 14
oh, yeah,
or whatever
15.
it is?
It was 15.
That's what these camps are going to be. They're going to start off as, just 2 weeks. 2 weeks. What is the deal? Do you care about humanity or not? And you end up spending the rest of your life in there.
Huh. Like it was just going to be a little while for the Japanese Americans in World War II. This is just for a little while. We're just going to keep you here until we get paperwork settled and turned into 4 years for some of them. 4 years. What's his name? George Takei, or Takei, however he pronounces it.
No, he's an idiot on Twitter.
Idiot. He's an absolute idiot now. And especially a guy who has seen really the ugly side of progressive ideas. He spent time in an internment camp because of FDR. And now he fights for that kind of rhetoric all the time, every single day. I don't know what happened to him, but he was just one. But anyway, he talks about how bad that was. And he was, 5 years old or something when he spent time in the internment camps. And he didn't learn the lesson, apparently. 888-900-3393 and at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Let me tell you about Omega XL. If you're in pain and you've been in pain for a while and you've probably tried a lot of different things to get you out of that pain, please try Omega XL. This really kind of changed my world because I had severe pain in my left elbow and it radiated down my arm and it was kind of debilitating. I couldn't really use the arm like normal anyway. And so I went that way for months until I finally broke down and said, okay, I'm going to try it. I'm going to take it every day and just see what happens. It's all natural. It builds up in your system. And then after a week, I started seeing some relief. After 2 weeks, the pain was completely gone. This is backed by 35 years of clinical research. It attacks inflammation and essentially has an off switch for it and just turns it off. So to get you started, when you go to omegaxl.com/Pat and you buy your first bottle of Omega XL, we'll throw in a second one for free. omegaxl.com/Pat. When you buy one, you get one free. Or you could call 800-844-4888.
Pat Gray.
Jeffy's coming up in a few minutes to chew the fat.
Are we sure? Are we?
Oh, that's right.
Have we seen him today?
He got his second shot.
I have not seen him in the building today.
Really?
Corby?
I haven't grown a third tail.
Uh-huh.
I haven't grown a third tail.
Is it? I hope he's here and I hope he's okay.
That is Eeyore. I haven't grown a third tail. Nobody likes me.
Oh, well.
The faster you get to a party, the faster someone could ask you to leave.
No, that's a good line. I like that one.
I just heard that on Winnie the Pooh the other day.
Really?
So
You're sitting
it's
there.
an actual Eeyore line.
Hold on. Did you participate in a Winnie the Pooh marathon or something? Are you watching TV with the?
One of my grandson loves it.
Sure. We know the truth. You love
I love
cartoons.
Winnie the Pooh too.
Yeah. Who's your favorite Winnie the Pooh character?
Of course, Pooh. Pooh is
Really?
my favorite. Yeah. Yeah. You?
It's got to be Tigger all
Tigger?
the way. Oh
Really?
yeah.
Tigger's a little annoying.
Yeah, I like him.
All right.
All right.
888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. The White House staffers, apparently, some staffers in the Biden White House would rather their boss not speak in public.
Some staffers, just the ones they've talked to for this story.
Yes.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Like every person they've ever talked to wants him to shut his mouth always. They seriously do want him to stick to the teleprompter, to what they've written for him, follow the directions on it, and then leave.
Yeah.
And take no questions. That's how bad it is. I mean, they do not want him speaking off the cuff.
Look, it's a hard life when you're a Marxist vessel holding a high office. And you just got to follow the plan. And every now and then you let something slip and
right?
falls apart.
He occasionally shrugs off reporters' inquiries by telling the press his staff directed him not to take questions. He's made frequent flubs during press events and other public appearances by losing his line of thinking, stumbling, and forgetting names. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding.
We've noticed.
Yeah. It's amazing that others have in the press. The president mistakenly referred to Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer as Jennifer.
Oh, he was thinking of Jennifer Granholm.
Probably. Maybe. Or maybe there was no other reason for it, just that Jennifer was in his head. Who knows? But during an event last month, he called her Jennifer. And in March, he said President Harris when referring to Vice President Kamala Harris.
He was right about that.
Yeah, probably. On Tuesday, Biden asserted during a briefing about the damage incurred from Hurricane Ida that tornadoes are called something else now. What? Wait, what?
I don't know. I think
that's what
Jeffy's
we were being told about. Do we have audio of that or the video? Yes. Okay, good.
Looks like a tornado. They don't call them that anymore. That hit the crops and
What do they call them
wetlands
now?
in the middle of the country, and Iowa, and Nevada, and I mean it's just across the board. And
what?
As I said, we're in this together.
Oh my! I was not familiar with that
What was
quote.
that?
Oh, that's bumming it.
What do we call them? If they're not tornadoes, what do we even calling them?
We don't call them that anymore.
What do we call them?
Really hard blowing winds
Really hard. That's not catchy at all.
go in a circle.
Oh my gosh!
I don't know. Why don't we call them tornadoes
I don't know.
anymore?
I'm looking up synonyms for tornado. We call them whirlwinds,
Twisters.
twisters, cyclones. What do we call them, old man?
We call them tornadoes. Play that one more time. That's amazing.
The looks like a tornado. They don't call them that anymore.
Oh, they're called
that
dust
hit
devils.
the crops and wetlands in the middle of the country.
Man, you can't do
Iowa and
anything
Nevada,
right.
and I mean, it's just across the board. And as I said, we're in this together.
As I said, we're in this together.
No.
I don't mean that. 'Cause
No.
obviously, I leave Americans behind all the time. I don't really give a rat's ass what happens to you people. Wait, did I say ass? I think I did.
Do we call it that anymore?
We don't call it ass.
What do we
anymore.
call it now?
We call it anus.
Call it anus?
Anus.
Do we really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you might go with
Anus is the new word for ass.
Okay.
Unless you're a donkey, then we still call you an ass.
You don't call him a jackanus?
You can? No, that's stupid.
Well, we're just following your line of logic, Mr. President. What
do you have Alzheimer's or something, Keith?
No.
I think something's wrong with your brain.
No, it's not me.
Okay.
You're the common denominator in all the issues, bro. Oh, my.
So this kind of alludes to the fact that he was confusing hurricanes with tornadoes, but I think because he was talking about the middle of the country. I think he was referring to tornadoes, but he doesn't believe they're called tornadoes anymore. I don't know when that changed. I missed that. I missed that press conference apparently.
Wow.
Yeah.
We need an announcement on that.
Yeah, we do.
I missed that breaking news that we no longer call them tornadoes.
I absolutely did. Completely missed it. All right, 888-900-3393.
Boy, he sucks.
Oh my gosh! I mean, this press conference or this speech tomorrow should be really interesting, really fascinating. I can't wait to see it. On how many more days? How many more months? How many more years do we just need to keep doing what we're doing? This is not the time to change. This is not the time to stop. This is not the time to go back to normal.
If
he's going to use all that.
If there is some sort of heavy-handed approach that would take away states' rights in this speech, I'm not looking forward to tomorrow. Let's put it that way.
I mean, I don't have any confidence that he won't try some of the Australian little tricks that they're pulling right now. I don't have any confidence he wouldn't do that. There's a British kid who apparently doesn't want the vaccine.
Okay, well, that's too bad.
Take a look at what happened there.
Oh yeah,
Cut
Twitter says that this is it had a warning on it that it was like misinformation or something. I don't know how a kid's opinion could be misinformation, but
this is the
keep
one
in
where
mind,
he just says his opinion.
This is why I don't want it. And the thing about places like Britain and Australia and Canada right now is that these 12 to 15-year-olds can go and get the shot without their parents' permission. And they are taking your kids from right under your nose in so many ways. Education, now the vaccine with their health. I mean, it is out of control. But yeah, this kid just expressed his opinion. Of course, it gets a flag on Twitter.
You're obviously aware of the adverse vaccine reactions. Not everyone is.
Pause it for a second. And he's being interviewed. He's being interviewed, so he's expressing his opinion to somebody. And that's misinformation.
What pressure have you had from friends or family? What are because your particular age group have been targeted lately in terms of nightclubs, universities, going on holiday?
So my auntie works for AstraZeneca. So the pressure from family, some of my family is quite great to get the vaccine. They're like, why haven't you taken the vaccine? Why haven't you taken the vaccine? You're selfish. My cousin's even my cousin from Cambridge has even called me over it, not getting the vaccine, you know. But I've lost friends over it as well. There are some friends though who have
ridiculous
who won't take the vaccine no matter what, and that's because they've seen what it's done to people. I've got friends who are very ill and haven't been well since the day they took it and have regretted it. But I've also got friends who are like, well, if you don't take the vaccine, you're going to be killing other people. But if you can still get it when you've got the vaccine, how am I killing other people? It doesn't prevent transmission because you can still pass it on. You can still get it. So how am I killing other people? I'm not being selfish. It's my body, my choice.
What's the world looking like for you? Because, for the younger generations, if this vaccine passports are taken up by the majority, what do you think the world's going to look like in a year?
Oh, gosh, I don't want to know what the world's looking like in a year.
In a year, I have no idea. It's straight out of the 1984 book. We're
smart kid.
The idea that we're going to have to get out our phones and, get up our passes, show our papers in the streets, or if we want to go into a pub.
Yeah.
It's funny. It is honestly funny that people don't see
it's really not.
Where this is going. Where this is going, that we have to, it's about control. If you allow the government to break the law and to violate your rights because of an emergency, what's stopping them from creating an emergency to break the law?
I love this kid.
What?
Kid's brilliant. Jeez.
That'll get you flagged with a warning.
So that was flagged with a misinformation tag on it?
I can't find it. I printed it up.
How is that misinformation when it's a kid's opinion?
And
that
he's
is unreal.
Definitely predicting the future.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got a story later about the thing he was talking about on your phone. Oh, my gosh. It's here, man. It is here.
Crazy.
But the vaccines are going to save humanity, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, Steve Deace tweeted out some interesting stats yesterday.
Yes, he did.
According to WHO's dashboard, their weekly reports on U.S. COVID deaths, 32,983 people died in August of 2020.
Okay,
32,983. Almost 33,000 people before any approved vaccines or treatments like Regeneron.
Okay, last August. Okay.
That same dashboard says 33,617 Americans died with COVID in August 2021.
So
a year later.
More.
More. That would be more.
That would be more after we've had...
how
many?
190 million people vaccinated with at least one dose. I think it's 162 fully vaxxed. 190 million with at least one dose. That's an incredible stat, by the way. 190 million Americans?
It sure is.
Never thought we'd get to that number.
And you think it would make a dent in the numbers of people that are suffering.
Worse.
It's made it worse. In fact, the CDC has just changed their definition of vaccine on their website.
That's unbelievable.
Do we have that in graphic form? Oh, my gosh. The vaccine, here we go. Yeah, so the CDC just changed it. It says, a vaccination is the act of... introducing a vaccine to the body to produce immunity to a specific disease. That's what it used to say. Then they just changed it. So instead of producing immunity, now it's produce protection.
Oh, man.
It's protection.
Really?
Yeah.
They changed the very definition
on the CDC
of what a vaccine does?
Website, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. I mean, because trust the science.
Well, obviously, it doesn't provide immunity. At least not this. And here's the problem, though. This is not a vaccine. What they're pushing on us now, the two big ones from Pfizer and Moderna, are not vaccines. They're therapies. They're therapies. The mRNA technology is not a vaccine. And so, I mean, we call it that, but that's not what it is. It's sort of like the argument between a republic and a democracy. Very different. They're very different. So they don't really need to change they need to change the definition of what the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines are, because they're just not vaccines. That's amazing. I dreamed I got the vaccine last night.
Oh.
And I started, my arm started to hurt.
Okay.
I think I was laying on it too long. And so I just created a situation, I guess, in my head that fit my arm pain.
Oh, nice.
And I woke up thinking... when did I get the vaccine? When did I get the...
Oh, no.
Am I sick? Of course I was sick, too. I've got this cold.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Again, another stupid cold. Do I sound nasally congested?
I mean, I didn't pick up on it.
You didn't pick up on it?
I think everybody's default now is we're just always sick.
Yes.
I fully believe that 6 months from now, what the hell's going around everywhere I go is going to have a name.
Yeah, because we're... separated from everybody, and we're not. We're also
under attack from China.
Our immune system isn't being used.
Yeah, and we're under attack.
And we're under attack from China. Yeah, so there is that too.
So you haven't gotten the shot yet, huh?
No.
You got some weird dreams.
Not yet. We'll see if Jeffy shows up next to chew the fat.
Think they'll ever build a road between Keith's house and Pat's house?
No! Please, no! No! No!
It's Pat Gray Unleashed on The Blaze.
This lovely introduction obviously means time to chew the fat with Jeffy. Right after they hit the high note.
Yeah, we gotta wait for that. Well, the crescendo.
Beautiful.
Fantastic. Here we go. It's not over. Just when you think it's over?
It's not.
It's not.
Oh.
Beautiful.
Fantastic.
How many dogs howl in this audience
Fantastic.
at this time?
Every one of them.
No doubt.
Every one of them.
Sorry,
so you
no.
can dry your eyes. I'm not dead.
Oh, wow.
I'm not dead yet.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh,
That's
yeah.
good
Forgot
news.
about
Yeah,
that.
I mean, I'm here.
That's
I
good,
almost
good
did. I didn't know
news.
that I was going to make it,
Really good.
but
Were
I'm not dead.
Was it touch and go for a while? Or?
It was touch and go for a while. I went in. I got my shot. I did break down. I went in. I did break down. Got the second shot. The needles seemed bigger.
Really?
Oh, no.
The old second shot. It was a long.
Do we have video of the
needle
second
that
shot?
went in. No, I didn't video it.
You didn't?
What do you mean didn't
the,
video it?
Nah, the pharmacist was. Hey,
You know what? No deal. No deal.
he shot.
No, I don't get the second
there's a
shot
couple
unless
of
I get the
shots.
recording.
I know. There's a couple of different pictures of me getting the shot, but no video because he was like, you can take some pictures. All right, fine, whatever.
Huh. What a sissy.
But,
he
right.
was scared, wasn't he?
You got that third tail
He
yet?
was scared.
There's no. I have not grown the third tail yet. I felt a little,
A little
a little groggy.
There's a shot of it though, right? Is that the second shot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Did you go back to the same place?
Yeah. Different pharmacist though. My buddy was not there. The guy was off. I was a little disappointed.
Yeah, I don't think this really happened. I don't see your face. I don't know that this really happened.
Right? That could be anybody's arm.
Yeah.
Yep.
That could be any fat person we've ever seen. We don't know that that's you.
Right. Could have been any rando tub of goo. Could have rolled up there. And,
roll up his sleeve a
Sure.
little bit. Show the big fat arm there.
Why don't you go get another shot? And this time we want your face in it. You know what? And it's a third one.
I found out also it's 42 days. The pharmacy guy
You can
said,
go 42 days between shots?
They said
How many did you go?
They said they wanted the 28 window. The 28 to 30 is the primary window, but you can go. They let you go 42.
What if it's 43? Then what do you do?
They shoot you dead.
They shoot you dead.
Oh my God, you didn't get the second one.
I'd really like to know. I'd like to know what.
You start again.
No.
Get the first one.
What?
That's what they
So the first
said.
shot was meaningless then?
That's right. Well, it wasn't meaningless. It's just that we're going to start again because we want the.
So it's
we
meaningless.
Want the full.
Wow. So yeah, it was
You want the
meaningless.
full battery.
Right. It means nothing at that point. So therefore
was
it
helpful.
is meaningless.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
And
So
considering
get it in the 28-day window and zip it.
Don't forget.
Just get vaccinated.
It was
Okay.
Okay.
And don't forget, the reason there's two shots is because of a Keith math type error in the calculations. And that's when they originally forget it. Anyway. Yep. So anyway,
I
I'm glad
wanted
it
to
worked
hear
out.
about the Keith math
Did you
calculation.
really?
Yes,
I don't know.
did.
You might want to hear about that stuff before you start injecting stuff into your body, but whatever.
All I know is that I'm safe.
I'm
now.
so glad. I'm glad.
safe now.
What do you think
Yeah.
about the CDC changing
Right.
the definition from you're immune to you're protected?
We always knew that.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we always knew that.
No, we didn't.
Oh, YouTube's gonna flag
we
that.
did not.
We
That is
always
a lie.
knew. We always knew
No,
that.
we didn't always know that. We didn't always know that.
Hey, whatever helps him sleep, man. Whatever helps him sleep.
It's never going to be enough. You know that every variant.
I know.
That's why I don't
It's
do
going to
it.
be every 4.
They're already on the 4th shot.
Absolutely.
In Israel.
Yeah.
4.
Yeah. And it's going to continue.
Nuts. That's crazy.
Yeah, how do you feel about that? You going to keep getting the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 9er?
I mean, you have to now. Once you're in,
Once
you're
you've
in.
caved, you got to go.
Once you're in it, you're in it.
Yeah. Thank you. It was nice to have college football back too.
Yes, it was.
This past week. I mean, the super spreader events. I mean, we saw the super spreader events all over America this past weekend. It was awesome to see.
It was
all the fans
in the
back,
stands.
The college. I mean, some of those universities were just on fire again. It was great. It was really good to see.
Out of Las Vegas is about a 6 or 7 hour, 8 hour drive from Provo.
Oh, wow. Through the mountains, right?
Yeah. Some is mountain, I think, but it's 379 miles.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And it was 400, a little over 4 for Arizona.
A little over 400, so
Yeah.
it's almost equal distance. Out of the 54,000 who were there.
Which was the second largest crowd for any sporting event in Nevada.
For any sporting event in Nevada.
What was the big?
No, I mean, it was the largest. It was the largest crowd ever for a football game.
Yes,
in the state.
Right, and it was second only to the CONCACAF soccer tournament there. But so out of the 54,000, about 48 to 50,000 of them were BYU fans.
Oh, nice!
Well, I like how they have the.
Awesome.
Everybody was tweeting a BYU travels, and there was the one picture of the entire section of just BYU blue.
And that is true. The BYU look at that. The BYU does travel. However, what they don't understand is that there's a lot of Mormons in Las Vegas, and there was probably an awful lot of locals there too.
Right.
So
yeah.
That's what I think of. When I think Vegas, man, I think Mormons. Right?
Yeah.
Well, they were saying one of my favorite tweets was the guy who said soda line versus beer line. Vegas vendors must be so confused. Go Cougs.
Look at
see the soda.
Look at that.
Oh yes,
it's so great. I love it, man.
Nobody at the beer line.
Look at that.
Really funny.
Cocktails, no waiting.
Really funny. There's no doubt about that. If you want a beer, you're in. You're in and out.
So great. The beer line completely empty.
Yeah. The guy behind the counter in the beer line is just like paying his bills online, and then everybody and their brothers over there at the soda.
So, and we have they claim that BYU, Houston, UCF, and Cincinnati are going to submit their applications this weekend. Maybe they already.
Yeah, I'm
have,
sure they already have
because they're looking at possible approval by Friday.
Yeah.
The Big 12.
They're talking
Into the
BYU
Big 12.
could be in the Big 12 next year.
Oh, wow.
BYU
next
could.
year.
Right,
Yeah, the
because
other
you
three
have
can't because they got conference affiliations.
Right.
But BYU could be for football in there next year.
Think about how close the Cougars would be on a regular basis here. They'd be in Fort Worth, play TCU.
I know.
They'd
I
be
already
in
thought of
Waco,
that.
just a couple hours away for
Yes.
Baylor.
Yes.
Drive up Texas Tech.
Yes. I love it.
It'd be fun.
It would be really
fun.
I hope it
However,
happens this time.
Really?
Yeah. I want it to happen.
Because I kind of want them to tell them to stick it.
Yeah, I mean, yes. Just
Right,
for
I feel
that.
like I'm your stepsister now.
I know.
You guys are hurting, and now you
now
come
you
to
need
me.
us.
Right.
Now you need
right.
us. Okay.
Right.
But still, I mean, I'll take the Power
Yeah.
5 conference every day and just swallow a
no
little bit
idea
of
what it
pride and go for it.
Yeah, I kind of want you to flesh
I
that
have
one out
no
a
idea
little
what
bit.
it
Yeah,
means,
your
but it's just-
stepsister now.
Yeah, not really worth it.
Yeah.
I love you, but
I think it
you're a
really is.
stepsister.
Yeah, it really is. It really kind of is.
I don't know. Where did you grow up, man?
But
We're going to take it.
They're seeing that what the other teams are 2024 maybe.
Yeah.
23,
24.
And Texas and Oklahoma, they're saying 2025 was the outside number for the SEC.
where they'd be out.
Yeah. So you're still, there's a long time.
BYU could be in the conference with Texas and Oklahoma, which would be great. I'd love to see that.
And they got
That'd
the
be awesome.
victory. They got the win this
And they
weekend.
got the win this
Arizona. It was
weekend.
awesome.
Yes.
Nice to see.
Yes.
Don't worry about the struggles. The first game, they're
I
out
know.
of the box. It's all right. It's still a victory. You got the win.
That's where I'm at
I
right
know.
now. That's where I'm at.
You have to be.
Got the win. Yeah, did they struggle a little bit? Yeah.
So what?
Yeah, but they still beat a Pac-12 team 24-16.
That's right.
Shut up. Let's
Thank
go.
you.
Let's take the win and let's move on to Utah.
Thank
That's
you.
what we're
Oh,
doing.
yeah, you
I
got
love
the
how
godless animals this week.
Yep.
You have these
Yep.
conversations,
Oh.
and I just have to sit over here and be like, yep. Good win, guys. Yeah.
Well, you guys got to win,
You
right?
beat Fordham.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like I can't mock your victories at all.
No,
we'll
that's true.
take what we can get. I don't care if it's Fordham or not.
You're 1-1.
1-1, baby.
What happened with Missouri?
They won.
How much?
Like by 10. Something like that again.
Was it Southwest Missouri State?
Oh, it was Central Michigan. The
Central
Chippewas.
Michigan.
Chippewas, baby.
That's
What are you
right.
talking about?
Central Michigan. They beat Central Michigan by 10? Ooh. Scary.
A win's a win, my friend.
You're
Right. Thank you.
Take the shaky win and move on to next week. There you go.
Amen.
You know, a lot of teams had to do that. And there were some teams that couldn't, like Washington losing to the University of Montana. My God.
I didn't even realize Montana had a football
I'm going to
team.
slap you dead. I'm going to slap you.
Whoa.
UM's a good football team, but they're FBS.
Right.
I mean, FCS. They're FCS.
They're not even as strong as Wyoming.
Well, they're not in the same division as Wyoming. They're not
Sad.
in the same league. They're not, they're in that subdivision thing.
But those are the teams that you got to watch out for, man. They
Yeah,
sneak
the
up on you.
really good FCS teams can compete
Yes, they can.
with some of the upper division teams.
Because the upper division teams take them for granted.
Right.
They overlook
and
them.
Washington obviously did that.
Absolutely.
That must be terrible. Like you typically pay about $1 million for these colleges.
Yeah, I guess it was
right?
$670,000.
Okay, it must really suck writing that check after a loss.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for coming here.
You pay him to come. You give him the check for almost $700,000.
You're supposed to lose.
And you got an L in the process.
Right.
Oh my gosh, that hurts.
Part of the deal
That
is
hurts.
the unwritten rule is you come in to lose.
Yes.
Okay, you don't be telling your
Yes.
players they got a chance.
Right. Right.
Stop being a coach to your players. You
But,
tell them to lose.
I mean, if
damn
you're
it.
only going to score 7 points, you deserve to freaking
no
lose.
kidding.
Jeez, that's
No
amazing.
kidding. That's a big struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah, huge struggle.
Yeah.
Bad news and good news coming from Lil Uzi Vert. For those of you that don't know Lil Uzi Vert, his that's his professional name. His real name is Samir Beisel Woods, also known as C-Lab Vertical, Renji,
There's too much
Baby
going on
Pluto,
there. No.
Sasuke,
Wait,
and,
baby Pluto too?
and Uzi London.
Can we just call him
And
Lil?
I mean, you know him as the American rapper, singer, songwriter, characterized by his facial tattoos and facial piercings, and
Yeah.
That I don't
Yeah,
get.
eccentric
I don't get that.
hairstyles, and known for the $24 million diamond in his forehead that he had implanted in his
24
forehead.
million?
What in the world?
No.
It's a 10 or 11 carat
Get out of
diamond
here.
he
That
had
guy doesn't have a
implanted in his
$24
forehead.
million
Said-
diamond.
He tweeted out saying, "I've been paying for a natural pink diamond from Elliot for years now. This is one stone cost so much. I've been paying for it since 2017. The first time I saw a natural pink diamond. A lot of money on my face." And he said that at a show, the Rolling
Get outta
Loud show, he jumped into the crowd and it kind of got ripped out.
Oh,
Ripped out of his
right.
head.
Oh my gosh.
So he made it seem like it was stolen, right? But then he said, "Oh, don't worry, I'm feeling good. I still have my diamonds, so I feel good."
So
he
hold on
said
a
he had
second.
insurance on it,
Hold on.
and so the fans are like,
Is there like a gaping hole in his forehead now?
"Yeah, he's got a new hook piercing in his where the diamond was."
a hook
Yeah,
piercing.
he's got a little hook piercing.
So it was a heist. They stole his.
Well, I think he was going to attempt a insurance fraud and then decided against it. I kind of feel like he decided against it.
So he
like,
still has the
still
diamond.
has a diamond. He says he still
There's
has it.
no
yeah.
way that's a $24 million diamond. There's no way.
You've been making payments layaway. You get him on
that's what
layaway
Yeah.
for 3 years.
Are
like he
you
did.
doubting the word
I
of
am.
Lil Uzi Vert?
Lil.
I am. Yeah.
Because now you're ticking me off. Okay.
Sorry, but that's the way it
Now
is.
you're ticking me off. And just to be clear, he's not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame
Yet. But he will be
Lil
before
Uzi
Foreigner. So
You can count on that.
you can.
man.
Yeah, you can.
You can count on that. Okay, so we have time. We can do a little. Yesterday, you mentioned Portland cutting trade and travel with and to Texas because
So
of the
sad.
new abortion law and the Satanic Temple, based out of Salem, Massachusetts, joining in on the backlash of the Texas abortion law. And well, they're not alone in Satan's corner. Actress Bette Midler. You know her, the singer from Hawaii. She called on women to protest Texas's new abortion law by refusing to have sex. She wants to suggest that all women refuse to have sex with men until they are guaranteed the right to choose by Congress.
Wait a minute. I thought that abstinence was not a way to avoid pregnancies. Don't they have a cow when you teach that? Hey, if you really want to avoid unwanted pregnancies, practice abstinence.
How dare you?
So now they're the ones preaching abstinence, and apparently that's a thing now.
I guess so.
Okay, which is it? Is it a thing, or is it not a freaking thing? Which is it?
More from Satan's Corner. Share. Bear, she tweeted out, barefoot and pregnant, women at the mercy of tyrants. Women will die from back alley abortions. Same as before Roe v. Wade.
On.
Poor women will hit the hardest. Careers vanish. Sexism, racism, Trumpism, cultism, fascism, terrorism. Democracy will wither and die. Dictators will thrive.
Back alley abortions. Almost no one died from back alley abortions. That was a made up, the number that they threw out, 10,000 a year, was made up, literally made up by an abortion activist who later switched sides and admitted he made up the number.
I just want to know, has there ever actually been an abortion in any alley whatsoever?
I doubt it. No.
Back to Satan's Corner. Actress Rosanna Arquette tweeted, I've just turned down a film I love because it shoots in Texas.
Oh.
Did ya?
Wow.
Did ya, Rosanna? Did ya?
All of a sudden, you've got parts, Rosanna Arquette. Please, get out of here. She hasn't had parts since 1983.
She's been busy, but there's nothing good. I mean, she does work.
She's been busy,
She's got a lot of work.
Get out of here.
No, she's had a lot of work.
No, she
hasn't.
hasn't.
She has.
No, she hasn't.
Yes, she has.
What's she been in?
Shar Dubey, CEO of the Dallas-based Match Group. You know them, Pat. They own the most popular dating app, Tinder, along with OkCupid and Hinge and Match.com and my favorite, many others. Told employees about a new fund in an internal memo. The fund is going to cover the costs of employees and their dependents to seek out abortions outside the Lone Star State. So that's special.
Okay.
Yeah. And look, she said.
Our loss.
She said the company generally does not take political stands unless it's relevant to our business. And Bumble, a big dating app, has also started a fund so its female employees can get abortions outside of Texas. So
good.
Bye.
Yeah. See ya. Good luck.
Take care.
Yeah.
See you later.
Drive safely.
And more in Satan's Corner is the Justice Department with Attorney Merrick Garland, too. Big surprise that they're in Satan's Corner.
Surprise.
I know.
Surprise.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Welcome. Here with Jeffy and Stu joins us today. Of course, with Keith.
These guys are great.
Wait, what was that?
Stu.
Of course, with Keith.
He's always here.
I want a little bit more enthusiasm next time you introduce me, please.
Of course, with Keith.
Thank you. Much better.
That was really good.
This is our annual over-under show that we, for some reason, do every year. How long does this date back? I think the late 40s? Is it the late 40s?
Like
Early 50s?
I don't think it went back to the 30s, so I think the 40s.
Yeah, 40s.
Truman era.
Yeah. So
we've been doing this for a long time.
We have.
It
started with Pat and Stu back in the day, and I don't know what year it actually was, but it's been a long time.
I used to have the records at some point, scribbled out somewhere. I don't have the most, organized record.
You're kidding.
Keeping. So
weird.
Yeah, I know Stu's doing really well, right? I think you were probably in the lead.
Number one.
No,
really? Yeah. Is that what it is? Yeah.
I won last year.
I know one thing I did last year, which was lose. Come in last place because I got stuck buying lunch for everyone.
Yeah.
When I say everyone, Jeffy didn't show up, obviously. But I mean, the people who mattered actually showed up and had a great meal.
That's right.
And one of the reasons it was a great meal was also because Jeffy didn't show up.
Like, actually, that was the first time in the decade plus we've done this that we actually got a real lunch from somebody, as opposed to popcorn bags or ramen noodle or gift cards. So thank you for that.
Because that was been kind of the bit, in that you get everybody a crappy meal,
right?
And then I thought we mix it up this year with a good meal.
That's so nice of you.
And then I was really excited when I invited Jeffy and he didn't come, because then
that's probably how you could afford to treat us to very good meals, because you don't have to worry about Buffet Boy over here.
Right. If Jeffy was there, then. course, you couldn't really have an actual meal.
Yeah, because there would be no food for us.
Let me eat. All right, so we have the list.
Yeah. So this is where
every
we
NFL
predict.
team.
Yeah, because basically Vegas sets a line of like Arizona Cardinals. Will they get more or less than 8.5 wins? Keep in mind there's 17 games this year, not 16.
Oh wow,
And-
I forgot about that.
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
at the end of the year, Jeffy will be treating all of us. So I put
all
all
I
of our
know is
names.
I haven't lost in quite some time, so I'm happy about that.
Oh, you lose all the time.
No, I don't.
Your whole life is
that-
a big L.
That's kind of a good point, but that's not what we're talking about right now.
So I have crumbled up all of our names into this Connell's hat here that Stu will reach in there and determine the order.
Okay.
We'll
How
pick.
come he gets to choose?
First pick, snake draft. For
Yep,
those,
because he's sitting closest to me, Jeffy.
Okay.
So I had to explain that
I'm
to
glad
you.
you really fooled yourself.
Yeah, I
up.
really did.
First pick, Jeffy.
Jeffy, okay, all right.
Oh, you actually won
Nice.
something.
See?
Congratulations, Jeffy.
Oh,
Way
this
to
is
go.
gonna be tough.
You're gonna be the first pick in the snake draft.
Is that how that works?
Yep. Okay, so Jeffy, and then
Jeffy, and
Second
then-
pick,
second pick is goes to Keith.
third pick in the over/under draft goes to Pat Gray.
Oh.
And that would mean Stubergear is last.
The last pick.
But we'll be first
In the-
when we snake back around.
Thank you, Pat. The last pick, by the way, Stu.
Stu.
Oh,
Okay.
Just want to make sure you actually put my name in there.
I couldn't help but notice, Stu, that Philly's only 6.5.
They are not going to be a good football
They're
team
not
this
gonna
year.
be
At least
good?
that's the belief.
So nobody has any confidence in Jalen Hurts?
I thought, because I went through an entire season where everyone told me Carson Wentz was the worst quarterback of all time and Jalen
Yeah.
Hurts was the savior.
Right.
And then
Right.
all of a sudden, as soon as Wentz was out the door, everyone's like,
Now
"Oh yeah, by
everybody's
the way,
like-
Jalen Hurts can't complete a pass." We should note that.
That's
I'm like, wait, I thought
exactly
you
your
guys.
timeline. Yeah.
I thought he was the savior.
I
Yeah,
thought
Now,
was
he was
safe.
supposed to be.
did they get a good backup to push
mean,
him,
they have-
sort of? Or
Yes, they have Joe Flacco as their
Oh,
backup.
Flacco.
Who is fine.
Wow.
Yeah.
Especially for a competing team on like the verge of the Super Bowl
Yeah.
who needs someone to get them through a playoff game. That would make sense to have Joe Flacco. Instead,
Well,
they have Joe Flacco on a team that's going to win 6 games. But they did just trade for Gardner Minshew. Who
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
actually
that's
excited
right.
about that. Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Minshew could be.
He might be starting by the end of the year.
Yeah.
He could be
or
the Nick
by the
Foles
beginning
for
of the
you.
year.
Or by the beginning of the year, yeah.
Yeah. A couple of 3 interception games, and he could be starting pretty quickly.
And that is a preview of Friday's More on Trivia. So 48 hours from now, it's going to be the Eagles and the Falcons.
It's that time of year.
I mean, Flacco
Yeah.
might actually pull it out for them then. He could step in.
And Flacco's not. I mean, I don't know what the point of that
would-
was, frankly.
I'd guess that Minshew's probably, is he the backup? I mean, do we know?
Flacco's currently the backup, but they just got Minshew the other day, so
Okay.
he does not know the system or anything. But he's
Yeah.
been funny in press conferences.
You get the
which is
mustache
you
still?
at least get that. Yeah, he's looking slick.
Surprised they don't have Chase Daniel.
Jeffy, who's your
right.
first pick going to be?
All
there?
right.
All right, we have to get underway here, and there's teams that I really like and teams, but when you look at teams like Houston, the opportunity to win 4.5 games,
Out of a 17
they
game
got to win
season?
4.5.
Oh.
Right? I mean, that's my
You
pick.
can't win 4.5, so it's either 5 or it's 4. Which is it?
Well, if it's a
No,
tie.
but it says, yeah, it could be a tie, Pat.
Yeah, but you got to take it over or under.
Yeah, they'll be over 4.5. Houston, yeah,
Over?
yeah.
Every year I always forget Jeffy's level of analysis on these things. Which
Yeah.
is,
They gotta
they
win.
gotta do it.
They gotta
They
win.
gotta do it.
Right.
No, they're not gonna do that. I gotta do it.
Thank you. All I know, Stu, I don't lose.
I will say,
That's all.
you're not the one that bought lunch last year.
So I got a message this morning from a diehard Pittsburgh Steelers fan, and I was already thinking Pittsburgh under 8.5. But boy,
Ooh.
he was very passionate to explain to me how bad this team is going to be.
Really?
Really?
Bad offensive line. Yeah, he really laid out a case, and I thought, bro, I was already going to go there, but thanks for putting it in concrete for me. So yeah, I don't have any faith in the Steelers this year. So they're going to be under 8.5.
Wow.
All right. Still have TJ Watt,
Not really.
don't they? Not really?
He holds out.
I thought.
Is he holding out?
There's something going on there, right?
I don't remember.
It's going to be it could be a tough year with COVID for these teams too, man. Players could drop for a week or two, and
they really should have the unvaccinated percentage
Yes,
posted.
they should.
Not because who cares what you think about vaccines? I'm talking about gambling here. Just, like if you have a quarterback, like Wentz famously is not vaccinated, and we know that because he went into the protocol and had to deal with the unvaccinated protocol. So it's like. It just means you're going to miss more time. Who cares what you think about the rules? Who cares what you think about vaccines? Yeah. I want to know who's vaccinated and who's not, so I can make competent wagers.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so I'm going to go. I'm going to go Green Bay over 10.5.
Wow.
They got Randall Cobb back. I think that Aaron Rodgers is fairly satisfied right now for at least the next year. I think he'll have another good year.
You think he's coming back after this year?
No. I think it's a foregone conclusion that he leaves after this year. Either retires or goes somewhere else.
Yeah, I think.
He's out.
Yeah, he's gone.
Right.
I'm surprised he's still there now.
But he's got to give us one more good year.
Well, gentlemen, 2 picks here in the snake draft. I will start off with a team that has one of the best defenses in the NFL.
Oh, he's not going to pick the Falcons or anything. Here.
No. One of the best defenses in the NFL. It had a real issue last year with their quarterback play. However, still was able to win the division. This year goes back into play against a bunch of really crap heap teams. The Washington Redskins over 8.5. I predict.
Do we have a Redskins team?
Yes,
in the NFL?
And I said it specifically that way because no one calls them the football team. And by the way, I believe that was a brilliant name choice because no one calls them the football team. They all call them the Washington Redskins still.
Except for the game announcers always do. It's just
the football
asinine.
team is going to take on the Cowboys.
Yeah,
I like how it puts them in positions that it doesn't make any sense though. Like it's just like you can't. Football team doesn't work as a team name,
right?
Which is why I like it. Right. I think they should keep it. I want it forever. All right, next one. I am going to look at the an up and coming squad. And a team that was really, really bad last year, but is going to turn it around, I think, enough to squeak over this number. I'm going to take Jacksonville over 6.5. I think Lawrence is going to be pretty good. Yeah. That offense is going to be pretty good. They're going to be able to put up some points, I think, this year. And while I'm not in love with their team, I don't think they're a playoff team. But can they get to 7 or 8 wins? I think the answer to that is yes, Jacksonville over 6.5.
Okay. I'm going to go with the second pick in the NFL draft and pick the New York Jets over.
I was going to do that. That's a good bet.
6.5.
That's with your boy too.
I think
they can do more than 6.5.
I think Zach maybe wins 8 or 9 games this year. Well, not by himself, obviously, but I think he powers that offense to a place where they can win some games.
That was going to be my next pick because he's already showing great chemistry with the rookie Elijah Moore and Corey Davis, and I have a lot of faith in Zach Wilson.
So I think he's going to do well.
Can we just note, though, Pat's pick is number 1 over his favorite team and number 2 over the guy from his favorite college team, quarterback.
Exactly.
He picked the Jets.
Picking with my heart. I have no other basis for these.
It's going to be fun to root for this one. The Saints, 9.5. I'm going to go under. They've got injuries. Michael Thomas is out for quite a while. I think there's a big QB controversy there brewing, obviously. And so...
now, if Taysom Hill had won the job in New Orleans, that would be your next pick.
That'd be it over.
So I'm going to say New Orleans under 9.5.
All right. Good pick.
All right, we got to go with Tampa Bay again then. Tampa Bay, I don't know that they go
12-5.
I know. They're going to go over, though.
You think?
Yeah, though. Brady will win 13.
13. Got to go 13 and 4. Right.
I'm calling it. He loses Thursday night against the Cowboys.
I unfortunately suspect you might be right on that just because it will annoy me. It's the one time I will ever root for Tom Brady to win something. And, of course, that means obviously he's going to lose.
That's good. That's tough because I'd like to see Dallas win that game too.
Like when he's in the Super Bowl against the Giants, I root against them, and then somehow the Giants win.
Beat him.
Right?
Yeah, stupid.
Jeffy, snake draft. That means you're up again.
All right. I'm going to go with Dallas under. And I don't want. I hope that that's wrong. because I'd like to have Dallas win some games. But
what is it?
9.5.
Oh yeah.
Under 9.5. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Bad division, though. I will say it's a bad. I mean, both the Giants and the Eagles should be pretty bad teams. It's going to give you 4 chances to pick up wins.
That's
pretty
true.
early.
I think they might. I think they might go slightly over.
Do 11 or 12. Yeah,
maybe.
I know.
Because it is a bad division.
Jared Goff, now the quarterback in Detroit, and I have a lot of faith in his combination coming up with T.J. Hawkinson.
Seriously?
With T.J. Hawkinson, the tight end, yeah.
Over 4.5.
Over 4.5. I mean, that's a low number.
That's a low number.
It's not a ton of faith, but it's some faith.
Yeah,
it's more faith than I have.
Right, 5-12. I think they could do that.
They certainly should be able to. I will say, there's something about that situation that just seems just screams catastrophe to me. Like it's the coach with his like tough talk and
he's a weird cat.
It's a weird situation. They traded how their players away. I mean, a 2-15 situation is not out of reach for that Detroit Lions team, I don't think. But who knows? I mean, maybe they'll be better than that. 4.5 is not a lot of wins in a 17-game season. Pat Gray.
No.
Okay. Yeah, it's. Let's see. I'm going to go because I can't stand New England, and I don't have a lot of faith in Mac Jones driving this team to incredible success. I'm going to say under 9.5. I'm thinking maybe they win 8.
Okay.
But that might even be good for them.
All right. My pick, we are on the 3rd pick now, and a team that I think is going to do some halfway decent things this year. I think they're well coached. I think you have a situation where there's some good offensive tools on this squad. And the return of Christian McCaffrey, I think, pushes them over 7.5 wins. The Carolina Panthers are my 3rd round pick. Over 7.5 wins. Take it to the bank. Invest wisely. Don't worry about having to be a little drop of Bitcoin the other day. Don't worry about that. Just take the money, triple down into Carolina over 7.5.
Down into Carolina?
Okay.
I don't know about that.
All right, that's a fair point. And then I must do, of course, my traditional pick, the pick that I always wish to be completely wrong. And sometimes I think to myself, I hope maybe someone else will take it just so I don't have to do it. But of course, the Philadelphia Football Eagles under 6.5 wins. And it shows a little difference between the approach of maybe even life between myself and Pat Gray, where I take my favorite team and go under, therefore hoping at least I will be wrong. And if I'm right, at least I have a terrible season of torture, but at least I'll win that one square in this dumb game that we don't
Makes
really
some
care
sense,
about.
really.
So,
It does make some sense.
Hedging my life here.
All right, I'm going to go with another pick just because I like Baker Mayfield, and I love the underdog status of that guy his whole life. I mean, he didn't start till his senior year at Westlake in Austin. He walked on to Texas Tech. He walked on at Oklahoma, became the Heisman Trophy winner, first pick in the NFL draft, and now he's the starting quarterback for the Browns, and actually is having a pretty decent career so far. I'm going to say Cleveland over 10.5.
Okay, and I actually think the Browns are going to run away with this division because, like I alluded to earlier, Pittsburgh, have no faith in them. Baltimore, there's no way they're going to win over 11.5 games. So I'm going to take Baltimore under 11.5, and Cleveland walks away with the AFC North.
I hope so.
Jeffy?
I got to go with my man John Gruden in Las Vegas.
I like Gruden.
I do too. And the 7.5, they pulled me out from losing last year. So we got to go over 7.5. He can win 8 games, no problem.
Okay.
He's got to start doing more than that eventually. I feel like this is the Harbaugh situation in Michigan.
$10 million a year.
What's your challenge going to be,
This is going to be it.
Yeah, he's got to earn his keep. This is what, season 4?
Jeffy, which of these do you want to challenge?
Oh, gosh.
Wait a minute. Let's take a quick break, and then we'll come back.
Let me explain this to Jeffy here the next 20 minutes, and then we'll come back.
What's a challenge?
All right. First of all, if you like to snack during the course of the day, but you don't because you don't want to pack on the pounds, here's a way you can do it and not have to worry about that. It's Built Bar. Built Bar is delicious. These are great. These are great protein bars. They don't taste like protein bars. They taste like candy bars. And you'll find them in all kinds of different flavors. Salted caramel's probably my favorite, but they've also got coconut and mint brownie and double chocolate, cookies and cream, Rocky Road, which people absolutely love. And if you can't decide right off the bat, just go ahead and get the mixed box, and you'll get 2 of each of their 9 regular flavors. Built Bars have up to 18 grams of protein. They're 180 calories or less, 4 to 5 grams of sugar, only 4 to 5 net carbs. Amazing. So you can snack on these during the day and not feel bad about it. And now you can get them even faster because you don't have to type the annoying bar after Built. It's just so much easier now. You won't get the hand cramp that you used to get typing the word bar after Built. Go to Built.com, use the promo code PAT15, save 15% off your first order. Promo code PAT15 for 15% off at Built.com. Back with our over-under picks this year.
Yeah.
We are down to just the challenges now.
Yeah.
And so I guess, Jeffy?
Jeffy, who are you
challenges
challenging
first?
Can I challenge myself?
No.
Is that?
I guess you. I mean, can you?
No,
It's a good way to stay out of last place. You know, at least you know you're getting
in the rules.
Yeah,
Right.
that's an interesting play.
You just take both sides.
Jeffy hacked the rules.
It's like the Anthony Fauci theory. You just take both sides of it.
You're good.
No, you know what happened though is they get like exactly like a tie. They get 7 wins and a tie, and then you wind up losing both. That's the Jeffy way to play that.
That is a good. That's a good point. Never mind, because that will happen. Man, it's either between Green Bay over, because I would really love to see Aaron Rodgers go below 10.5. Man, that would do my heart good.
Why?
Because I don't.
What's
like
he done
him.
to you?
I don't.
What's he done to you?
You know what? Nothing.
Okay, good.
Nothing.
Then shut up.
Nothing. And I would really love to see the Jets go over 6.5 too, but I don't know that they can do that.
We're really focused on Pat's
I've already
picks
done
here.
over
He's already
6.5, so
again.
you'd have to say under.
That's
Our
what I mean.
20-minute
That's what I mean.
explanation of these rules in the break did not work.
This is your fault. You want him to explain stuff, and this is what we get.
This is what we get.
All right, go ahead.
All right, just
Pick
for fun, Green Bay. I'll challenge
Under?
Pat's Green Bay over 10.5 to be under. Yeah, but I mean, I doubt it's going to happen because I think Aaron Rodgers is actually going to have a pretty good season because he wants.
Well,
to,
let's see. He was MVP last year. Will he have a good season?
But he wants to leave. He wants to leave out on top. You know, what I mean,
he does.
wants to. He's missed, and
Super
that's
Bowl
what I don't.
title.
Yeah, I don't like him for it.
I don't think the Buccaneers catch lightning in a bottle back-to-back years. The 12.5 number is too high for me.
Ah, darn.
So I'm going
to
to challenge Jeffy. I'm going to say Tampa Bay is under 12.5 wins.
All right.
Yeah, that's
a good pick. I mean,
I was going to challenge myself on that one.
Brady's not even going to attempt to even try to play during the regular season. He'll just wait for the playoffs. They'll put him in at whatever. He won 4 games. They'll put the Bucs in if Brady's involved, and then he'll win the Super Bowl. That's what happens. I don't know how it happens, but it happens.
Wow.
Yeah. It's about what happened last year.
I think I'll challenge Stu on Jacksonville and go Jacksonville under 6.5.
I mean, they only won 1 game last year.
Yeah.
So
it's not outrageous to think they might not. I mean, they got a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
You got a rookie coach.
Yeah.
It's not crazy. It's not.
Yeah, and they had their.
This is what at the end of these things every year I look at my picks and I'm like, how did I get those picks?
I know.
Washington, Jacksonville, Carolina, Philly. I have no opinion on any of these teams. Washington, I kind of do feel is going to win this division.
Yeah.
Do you really?
I do. I think they're the best team in the division. However, I will say, partially because I'm hedging my life here, and partially because I think the NFC East is going to rebound a little bit here. I'm going to go Dallas over 9.5. Now, I want nothing more in the world than to be wrong on that pick. However, I
know.
There's just, I mean, the Eagles are not going to be strong this year. The Giants are not good. There's no reason on earth the Dallas Cowboys can't win 10 games in this division. There's 17 on the schedule.
They manage it somehow, though.
Yeah.
A lot of the time. And so every time you think, okay, they can't possibly lose more games than that.
They do.
They do.
They do.
It's really kind of
they're
bizarre.
a terrible
lately.
organization built up with terrible people
Since
and
the
terrible
90s.
fans. So really, honestly, everything about this organization is from the depths of hell.
You're talking about the Dallas Cowboys, right?
Yes, the Dallas
Okay,
Cowboys.
that'll be clear.
They are evil incarnate.
Wow.
So it is. I don't like saying they're going to win 10 games, but I think there's.
So
a
you're
chance
rooting
they
for the
do.
devil?
Yeah. No, I'm not rooting for them at all. I'm rooting against them. All my picks are against things that I want.
He's just
for the most
rooting
part.
against
I don't care
me.
about Jacksonville
He's
or Carolina.
rooting against me.
But no matter what happens, because your heart wants them to, your heart wants them to go under. but now you picked them over. So
I get something either way.
You get something.
Yeah, I either get a good
ways.
year or a meaningless last score.
Same with your Philly pick, which you do every year.
We will take a picture of our picks. We will post
All right.
them. Look for them on Twitter at Pat Unleashed after the show. And I'm
and
sure
we'll see you at the end of the year.
Tweet them. Yep.
What happens?
Where are you going to treat us to lunch, Jeffy?
I'm not going to lose. That's all I care about, not losing.
Again, our winner last year was one Pat Gray. Was our winner last year?
Was it?
So
right. Yeah, it's Jeffy really doesn't try to win.
No, I just don't want to lose. Just don't want to lose.
Jeffy does not try to win. He just tries not to lose, and it's something that in his life not necessarily worked out very well. But in this, he does do a decent job of coming a half game ahead of last place.
All right. 888-900-3393. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up.
Man, that's good.
Welcome. Let me start out by telling you about Start Mail. You know, free email services like Gmail and Yahoo, you think they're free? They're really not. They're really not. You pay with your privacy. And since those companies have access to every email you send and receive, big tech can sell your data, and they do, to the highest bidder. That's why Start Mail is so great. It keeps my email private, period. Every email is encrypted, even if the recipient doesn't use encryption, which means big tech can't read, scan, analyze, or sell my personal information ever. And Start Mail uses their own servers, not Amazon's, which means they can't be put out of business like Parler was. Plus, when you delete something, it's deleted. It's gone. It's not really, you can't see it, but it's still there. It's not one of those situations. When it's deleted, it's gone, as it should be, because it's been deleted. I don't trust big tech, and neither should you. Start securing your email privacy with Start Mail. Sign up today, and you'll get 50% off your first year. Go to startmail.com/unleashed. Unleashed. That's startmail with a T, START, mail.com/unleashed for 50% off your first year. Again, startmail.com/unleashed.
Pat Gray, Unleashed.
Just looking over my picks here, I don't feel good about any of them.
I know.
Oh, no.
I don't feel good about one of them.
Already regretting, huh?
And you never know, right? Especially with the NFL. I don't know.
A lot of parity.
Yeah. I think I do better on college picks because I care more about that.
Mm-hmm.
Me too. Me too. I love college football.
Me too.
Man.
I just like it better than the NFL.
What?
I mean, I love the NFL, but I like college football better.
Even games that you don't like, teams that you don't really care about. You know, that Virginia Tech game and the Wisconsin game. Seeing those fans.
Yeah.
Man, it was just goosebumps this weekend, man. It was just awesome.
To see the stadiums packed again
Yes. It was just awesome.
Really fun. Really fun.
And there was plenty of...
And I can't believe they're still doing it.
And I know. And there were plenty of chants I saw making the rounds on Twitter where different stadiums were chanting F Joe Biden through
Really?
which was really fun to see. Yeah.
Oh, man.
But you know, I don't know that BYU was cheering.
I don't think
Joe
so.
Biden
No, I
in
don't
Vegas.
think so.
I don't know. I can't say.
You weren't there.
Either way. But it was really surprising. I mean, it was good to see. Made me feel good. But you're right. I'm surprised they're allowing it to happen.
I half expected them to say, "Oh, you know what? Nobody can come now."
Yeah,
because it's just gotten too bad out there.
It's gotten too bad, or you got to be vaccinated 100%.
And they didn't even do that.
I know.
Wow. I mean, that's incredible.
That sure is.
Kept waiting for it.
I know.
And it never came. Amazing.
Now the universities will say, "Hey, well, a lot of them are mandating their students get vaccinated anyway."
Yeah,
right. So
that's true.
They feel pretty secure with that. But I mean, to let in another, 50 or 60,000 people that you don't know about,
right? That's amazing.
I know.
It's amazing because not all of them are university students. In fact, probably not even half.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
right.
Not even half. And to not know if they're vaccinated or not, wear a mask or not, shoulder to shoulder.
Right. You're taking
thank you.
Although they have said almost nobody gets it when they're outdoors. When they're at an outdoor event, nobody gets this. supposedly. There's not a single case. That's what they've said.
I don't
not
know.
A single
I think
case.
that there is.
Not a single case.
Who said
of
there's not a
outdoor
single
infection.
case?
Stu has had that stat many times.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Go tell him that.
No, he's not talking about the vaccine. He's talking about the virus spreading.
Yeah. That's what he's disputing that.
Yeah.
Right.
How many times have we had that stat where we said there's not a single known case of infection out an outdoors
Which makes
event.
you wonder why there's people walking around the parking lot with their mask on their faces.
Yeah, it's stupid.
It's stupid. I agree with that.
So
I don't necessarily disagree. I just find it hard to believe that
I do too.
No cases from outside,
Okay. Whatever makes you feel better about getting that shot.
Because while you're outside at a stadium.
Yeah.
Oh, is that why you got the shot? Because you never spend any time outdoors?
Yes,
that what it is?
Keith, that's what it is.
I don't know.
That's what it is. But I'm just saying, we have 60,000 people or more gathered at a venue. It would surprise me that no one gets sick.
But I wouldn't move your arm that much. My
phone might break right off on the floor. We don't want to clean that up.
I'd hate to see that here at the, during the show.
Would you?
I would. I'd hate to see it.
I don't know. The clicks might be pretty good.
Because I feel like that's not true.
The show where Jeffy's arm literally falls off.
Yeah, it's at the 58-minute mark.
I thought he could catch it with his third tail.
Is your arm sore still, or is
no? It's fine.
Is it really? So you have absolutely no side effect.
Not really
from this thing.
That's good.
Interesting. Okay,
that's good.
A little bloated.
How can you tell?
Well,
wait.
A little bloated.
You're a little bloated from the shot?
How do you tell when you're bloated? Come on.
From the shot. I got news for you. Unless you got that shot when you were 8 years old, it ain't from the shot, bro. Okay. By the way, it's a ventilation thing with
being outdoors.
Well, even indoors. I mean, if it's well ventilated, then the virus does not. And that's what they were saying about the plastic dividers.
Mm-hmm.
How that stops the airflow.
Messes up the ventilation.
Right.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
No,
exactly.
I get that.
That's cool. I don't know why you're so upset over there. We're talking about ventilation and where the virus spreads, and it does not spread outdoors.
Yeah, dude. Why are you so angry?
Yeah, what's going on, dude? You're like Cher typing in all caps on Twitter.
Dude, what's wrong?
Man, I can see that. You need to settle down over there.
You're just so pissed.
Relax, man.
I'm getting more pissed, I'll tell you that.
All right. A state-owned Chinese newspaper ripped the Biden administration climate envoy, John Kerry, this week after he met with a Chinese government official about climate change and emissions. Kerry traveled to China where he and Vice Premier Han Zhang met virtually on Thursday. So he goes to China.
Wait, what?
To meet online?
What?
Why did he go to China? You could have met online here.
Oh, no.
No, the internet doesn't reach China.
Doesn't it?
No. The World Wide Web doesn't go into China. It might be
have
blocked
a point there.
That's crazy. That is nuts.
Hey, actually might be blocked out of there.
Are you kidding me? He traveled to China where he and Vice President Han, Vice Premier, met virtually on Thursday.
Yeah, that
How
might be
asinine is that? What a waste that is. What a climate change catastrophe that is. Kerry said there's no way for a global approach to climate change without the full engagement and commitment of China, which is the world's largest polluter. And they said, yeah, you know what? Don't call us, we'll call you on the whole climate change thing. We're going to do what we do. You do what you do. In an op-ed published by the Chinese state-owned Global Times after the meeting, the newspaper summed up Kerry's meeting with the Chinese government as, quote, quite absurd, unquote.
Thanks for coming all the way over here to dial up on...
Yeah. However, U.S. expectations separating the cooperation on climate issue from the entire China-U.S. ties, giving such joint work a special hype in disregard of the overwhelming complexity of other issues of the bilateral relationship, making the Joe Biden administration look righteous and reasonable. through the lens of climate cooperation, helping the administration with more points politically seem quite absurd, the Global Times piece added.
In other words, we're not going to help you guys out at all, and we're not going to do your stupid climate stuff. We're China, and we're just not going to do it.
Biden even said, I think it was yesterday, where he talked about climate change is going to get worse. It's terrible. It's bad. It's never going to be better again. He is on the kick, man. Please don't look at Afghanistan. Don't look at Afghanistan. Climate change, climate change, climate change.
Right. And then it's pretty soon they'll start throwing out the white supremacy again, too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that'll come back around?
Yeah, because that's what they want us to focus on is the horrible challenge that we face, the threat of white supremacy.
I mean, it all started with 1/6. Well, way before 1/6, really.
Didn't start there, but that was certainly maybe one of the climactic events of the entire history of the world. The paper concluded that current American policy toward China is, quote, wicked, unquote. Okay. All right. Well, that's going really well. I mean, we got friends again. Remember that?
Right.
Our enemies respect us again, and our friends love us again, and nothing could be further from the truth.
And China was hurting under Trump. Man, he had them on trade. My goodness.
He had them on everything.
I swear. We have gone 180 degrees.
We have. We absolutely
on
have.
Everything.
Yep.
Everything.
Let me tell you about Rough Greens real quick, because this is a powder that you sprinkle over your dog's food, really easy. And when you buy the dry kibble dog food, you just got to know that all of the live things that go into your dog for nutrition are killed in the process of the sterilization of this food for your dog, because they sterilize it so that it will last up to 3 years on the grocery store shelves. So you need something that's going to put the nutrients back into your food. Plus, this is something, Rough Greens is something that your dog is going to love. Mine certainly does. She didn't want to eat her food without this stuff on it. It's got all the essential minerals and vitamins, probiotics, the omega oils, basically everything your dog needs to be active and healthy again. And so give this a try. Not all dogs take to it immediately. You want to see if your dog does before you jump in with both feet. So they're willing to send you a free bag of Rough Greens, just a small bag for your dog to try out for a few days. All you have to pay is shipping. And then if your dog loves it, then you jump in with both feet. So just go to roughgreens.com for your free bag, roughgreens.com, RUFFgreens.com, or call 833-ROUGH-DOG.
Pat Gray, Unleashed.
Oh, good. The government in Britain, no way this would spread here, because that just doesn't happen. We know that.
What you got?
Government in Britain is about to ban single-use plastic cutlery.
Good.
Yeah.
I mean, stores were pulling them off the shelf in New Zealand already, so.
Asinine.
Well,
you know what they're also pulling off
the
shelves in New Zealand?
All of them.
Knives.
Yeah.
Knives are being banned in New Zealand because somebody got stabbed recently with a knife and hurt.
An Islamic terrorist who was just working by himself.
Just a lone wolf.
Nothing.
Don't
to be
worry about it.
judged.
Right.
It could just be judged on this one person. That's it.
And it's really the knife's fault, not the Muslim's fault.
Right.
Am I right? He's with me on that. It's the fault of the knife.
Thank you.
So this is. What is it? We've used it as a joke or an extreme example of how ridiculous these bans are. What are you going to do? Start banning knives?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It's no longer ridiculous.
So what if someone chokes someone to death? Do we
ban hands?
Ban hands? Is that what we're going to do?
Well, I know these hands are mine.
Well, they're small. I know.
Mm-hmm.
But they're yours. They're not mine.
This is tough to do when you're talking to somebody across the room.
It is. But you will not be broken. So.
Jeffy will not be broken. Amen.
Your hands are small, I know, but they're yours. They're not
mine.
Still doesn't work.
Good stuff.
You got to do it first person there.
Yeah.
Right? It has to be first person.
Yeah.
My hands are small, I know, but they're not yours. They are my own, and I will not be broken.
There we go. You got there. Got there. That's good.
Missed the whole point because he was talking about his stupid hair. Anyway, ministers in Britain have said that banning the single-use plastic cutlery will help reduce litter and cut the amount of plastic waste in the oceans. You know, because we've got the great, what is it called? The great garbage patch.
The Great Pacific
Garbage patch, yeah.
Stuff.
That's like 9 times the size of Texas.
Have you
or
seen that
whatever
from
it's grown
space?
to.
I mean, that is shocking.
Yeah, except for there's no pictures of that. So
Except for no.
Yeah, except for no. Nobody's seen it because it doesn't exist.
Okay.
And even Salon magazine, one of the most radical left-wing publications I've ever seen, said, we made that up.
We even played audio on this show, a video from Vox took a ship out there. Remember? They were going to
they were looking for it. We're going to find that stuff now.
And they had to admit on their little documentary,
we can't find it.
Of course there's not a garbage patch because the whales are eating all the plastic.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
All
okay.
Right. That's a lot of plastic.
Yeah, that's a lot of plastic.
That's a lot of plastic.
You see how big whales are?
Yeah. Yeah, I have.
Have you?
Yeah, I have. They're big.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
They're big. The blue whale is
why you're looking at me.
Biggest thing on Earth, right?
Wait.
Biggest.
Why are you looking at Jeffy in a blue shirt today?
Look, Pat, look.
I don't know. It made me think of the blue whale for some reason.
Hey, did you want to play? You sent in some very compelling video today of Chuck Schumer.
Oh.
I know you want to get to that.
I do want to get to that.
Oh. I just was told that the computer is boycotting right
now.
No,
really? We don't have it?
You probably heard me start to talk about the video. Like, no, I guess the computer is frozen right now. What's going on? I mean, that computer in there needs some attention. It's been a rough few days for that thing in there.
Sure has.
So,
is there such a thing as reboot? Can you reboot it and unfreeze it?
Do Control-Alt-Delete, Rob.
Yeah, but then we have to reload all the videos again. They just go away.
Do they?
They go away?
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that real?
Away. Yeah. No.
That might be real. Have you seen the Tandy 64 we're running in there?
The Tandy 64. We got a Commodore.
That's what it is. Yeah, Commodore 64.
Commodore 64.
Yeah. Okay, now we can play it. You want to play Chuck Schumer?
I do.
This will enrage you.
All right. So we helped you
but
fix
at the
it.
moment, actually, I'm still focused on trying to get some of those brave Afghans out. The Americans, all of whom wanted to come out, have come out. Praise God.
What? Wait.
Oh.
I'm sorry, what? He's working on getting some.
Actually, I'm still focused on trying to get some of those brave Afghans out. The Americans, all of whom wanted to come out, have come out. Praise God.
The Americans, all of whom wanted to come out, have come out of Afghanistan. Praise God. Praise God.
Praise God.
Yeah.
This guy's a liar.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a flat out lie. It's an absolute lie.
He knows it and he doesn't care.
No.
You're right.
He knows it and he doesn't care. It doesn't matter.
Right. They just say whatever they want to, and they just repeat whatever lie suits them at the moment. Fortunately, everybody knows that's a lie. Everyone knows. Praise God. Praise God. Everybody knows that that's an absolute communist lie. It's just like the communists.
Yeah.
Lies that they tell their people. It's just like that. We're being lied to just as if we're the Soviet Union or communist China now.
Praise God.
Praise God. I don't know what we praise him for the lies. Hopefully he'll help us see the lies and understand that we're being lied to.
Oh, we see him.
Praise God.
Praise God.
Now we'll praise God. Okay. That is crazy. How do you even begin to say that when everyone knows the opposite is true? Wow. Well, we'll see. We'll see how.
I mean, we've got to move on, right? Afghanistan's got to get off the table. We're done with it. We're moving on.
They're sure trying. They're trying to get that out of the headlines, out of the minds of the American people, because it's hurting them badly.
Oh,
it really is hurting them.
And what a shame.
Yeah,
what a shame that they're horrible screw up. And cost American lives. What a shame that it's hurting them.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time before we hear an administration official utter the phrase, whether the military came out first and then the people, or the people came out and then the military. What difference does it make?
Point does it make?
That's coming. That's coming.
It makes all the difference in the world, of course, and we all know that because
Yes.
had you left the military there, we would get everybody out. We could have gotten everyone out. If you would have started this a little bit sooner or a lot sooner, I mean, you've been in office since January 20th. What was the holdup until August, whatever it was, 23rd or 25th?
Well, we were busy canceling everything that the previous administration had set up.
That is true. That's very true. Mm-hmm. And they figured, well, even if this goes sideways, we'll just blame Trump. And that's what they've tried to do.
Yeah,
but people
no
have seen
way.
through it. They've seen through it.
That's too big a blunder. Too big a blunder. And it changed. They still, again, obviously, it's Trump's deal that he started getting us out of, but they've changed it so much that they can't tie him to it. It's not Trump's deal.
Right.
And so they couldn't move on. They couldn't tie him to it.
Well, and Trump's deal was May, and there were conditions attached to that. They say there weren't, but there were.
Absolutely.
There were conditions attached to a May withdrawal. But if let's say that was the case and you are going by for some reason, that's the one thing of Trump's that you're going to go by.
Right.
And you go by that, why the hell didn't you get him out by May then?
Yeah.
It would have gone a lot better if you would have gotten him out by May.
Remember, Trump's thing was region by region. We're going to secure it, make sure, and then slowly back away, get everybody out that's coming out, then the military.
And it depended on the actions of the Taliban.
And there's literally nothing from Trump's plan that was held.
Absolutely. And I guarantee you there's no night vision goggles laying around.
Thank you.
With Donald Trump at the
Thank
helm.
you.
Yeah, right.
That really pisses me off.
Night vision goggles, 43,000 trucks.
We were about to leave them.
43,000.
Yeah, and an Air Force that if some of our brave soldiers hadn't have disabled those those helicopters, right? Their Air Force would have been almost the size of Canada.
Jeez.
That's just madness, man.
It's inconceivable.
It sure is.
It's inconceivable.
You keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Then, of course, you got the most egregious thing that's ever happened with the Taliban. I mean, I was willing to tolerate pretty much anything up until this point. Now they've gone too far.
Oh, no.
You know what they've done now? They painted over a mural of George Floyd.
Oh, no.
Say it isn't so.
When do we start dropping the bombs?
The Taliban has painted over a George Floyd mural.
Oh,
I mean, we could have overlooked a lot of this stuff they were doing.
That's what it looked like. Now look at it.
My goodness. But now,
bastards.
I can't
Okay,
take
that's
this.
unforgivable. I'm
Sure
sorry.
is.
I mean,
That's
it was okay if
unforgivable.
they paint over the women
Yes.
that are ads on
right.
the walls.
Yeah, send them home. Make sure they only cook from now on. You can't participate. You can't vote. You can't go to school. You can't drive.
That will get the Biden administration back in there.
Yeah. Yeah. But you start painting over the George Floyd I Can't Breathe mural.
Oh, man.
Now, here we come.
We got to go back in.
Now it's nuclear war.
We're going to have to go back in. That's just all there is to it.
And you know what?
This is not far from true.
Actually, this is a good idea for Babylon B. Biden announces a group of troops is going in to guard that mural while they repaint it. They're going to fly an artist in. He's going to paint the mural back while he's protected by U.S. troops. That'll totally be a Babylon B article.
30,000 U.S. troops going back in to protect the mural.
That's happening.
That is happening. That's happening. And if it's not, it certainly should be.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you.
Yeah, it's
You're talking funny little Babylon B.
Yeah.
BS.
Don't Babylon
about
B
real
that
life.
nonsense. That's right. We're for real on this.
Yeah.
Okay? I don't know where you're coming from, Keith.
Wait, what? No,
what game you're playing over
I
there?
just said that's going to happen. I
Yeah,
thought we were in
Babylon B.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, it is going to be there
Okay.
first, and then it's going to actually happen. Precisely what I mean.
Okay. All right, we will see you tomorrow right here.
Pat Gray, only on the Blaze Radio Network.